Hey everyone, welcome back to I Love Infusionsoft. Today I want to talk about smart forms and internal forms. One is for Keap and one is for Infusionsoft. Tyler, can you walk us through why we use those for Keap?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether it's Keap or Infusionsoft, you get leads that are, you meet people at an event or they're referred to you or they end up in your inbox somehow, and you have to do that painful work of manually entering them into Infusionsoft. So sometimes that happens no matter how much automation we want to put in place. You got to manually enter people in. And what we don't want is what you always call orphan contacts, right? And those are contacts that get into your system, but there's no identifying information about where they came from, who they are, what's going on. There's no automated follow-up. There's nothing happening. It's just a dead end.
They just sit there.
And so we want to make sure we solve that problem. And that is the purpose of smart forms and internal forms. So I'm going to hop into Keap and show you how this works in Keap, and then Matt's going to show you in Infusionsoft how it works there. In Keap, they're called smart forms. I almost got confused there. So in Keap, they're called smart forms. The way you set it up is first thing you do is go to your campaigns tab, and then you click on smart forms, and then you hit create form. Once you hit create form, you go ahead and give it a name. So I'm going to call this our I Love Infusionsoft lead form, right? So we get people watching our tips like you, and you're like, oh, it's amazing, and you email us and you want more, and then we enter you in here, right? So once you give it a name and maybe a description, you go ahead and click add fields. It'll start with first name, last name, email, phone. You can remove these if you want, so I don't want to get your phone number right now. That's a little early, so I'm just going to delete that field. But I'm going to make the email required because we can't really do much without your email. That's the identifying info in Keap and Infusionsoft. So I'm good, I'm happy with that. If I wanted to add more fields, I can click this, and then I can select from any of our standard contact fields or custom fields or anything. I'm not going to do that for now, but that is an option. Then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and click Save and Publish. Once it's saved and published, we're not completely done because we need to add automation, right? Now it's just a form. It's just an input form for us right now. And you can use your input forms, your smart forms, up here. Right next to your search feature, there's an add drop down, and you can see my form right there, I Love Infusionsoft lead form. It'll pop up a little form, I can fill it out. But again, that's going to create a dead end at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into our campaigns, go to My Campaigns, and we'll hop into this one here. And it's really easy. You just use this form over here on the left, this goal. You drag out smart form submitted onto the canvas, just like I have here. Make sure you connect it to a sequence, or maybe you've got a few different options, and so you might have a decision diamond and things like that. And you double click this to determine which form you want. I'm going to choose the I Love Infusionsoft lead form and hit save. Of course, I'm going to publish that, and once I do that, now when I fill out the smart form, it's all hooked up to the automation. Everything is going to work smoothly.
Awesome. Now, very similarly in Infusionsoft, you're going to have a goal that's on the left. It's going to be called internal forms, not a smart form. And you're going to grab that and you're going to drag it onto the canvas and again, connect it to sequences, connect it to what you want to have happen afterwards based on tags or based on radio buttons. So now I want to jump into Infusionsoft, and what we're going to do is we've already got a smart form or an internal form created, but to get to this screen right here, what you want to do is you want to go up to the little cornerstone and you want to go to CRM settings down at the bottom. That's going to take you to this page, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Now, once you get down to the bottom, you've got two boxes that I want you to pay attention to. One is your quick add form. You can see here we've got a couple of boxes that are already highlighted. Obviously, you're going to hold down Command or Control, depending on if you're on a Windows or a PC, and you're going to select those forms that you want to have. Now, these forms are going to show up in that little blue plus button. When you click on that, there's a drop down.
Not the little blue pill.
Not the little blue
plus button.
Little blue plus button.
Officially called the quick add button.
But if you're not familiar with it, you know what that little blue button looks like. But you can have as many forms on there as you want, and we'll show you what happens afterwards. But there's this default quick add form. So this is where you want to choose that main form that you want to see majority of the time. For us, we want that to be our sales, our new lead form. So you click save, and then you go back to the home screen on Infusionsoft, and you've got your little blue plus button, also known as the quick add form. And you click it, and you can see here's our sales lead form for our new leads. And this is the one that we use internally, but we've also got all the other forms that we highlighted, and you can see those there. Now, once you fill these out, you can, if you scroll down, you can see under interests, whether it's a new lead or they're interested in Infusionsoft implementation or maybe training. Once we select that, we have tags applied, we have sequences that kick off, and then maybe they want to schedule a discovery call with us, and then we hit save, and it will kick off the appropriate thing. So that way we don't have a dead end just kind of sitting there floating in space. Did I forget anything?
Oh, I think you covered it. So look, If you need more tips like this for Infusionsoft, just go to iloveinfusionsoft.com. You can sign up for tips there. If you'd like our help in getting this stuff implemented in your business, go to boxoutmarketing.com, click on the strategy session up at the top. We'd be happy to talk to you.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.